Welcome to the Unapologetic Mompreneur, the podcast for mums with an online business who are ready to take back their time, home, business and self so they can restore the balance and thrive, both at home and at work, without feeling like they have to choose between the two. I'm your host, Sarah Dew, life and biz coach for mompreneurs. I'm also a mum, stepmom, wife, introvert, breast cancer survivor, and your mentor for making a change for the better. I've learned how to go from surviving to thriving and unapologetically create a business I love and the life I want for me and my family without worrying about what other people think. And now I'm here to help you do the same. Because being an unapologetic mompreneur doesn't mean that we're selfish or that we don't care about others. It simply means that we are not afraid to show up as our true, authentic selves, to step into our purpose, do what we know is right for ourselves and the ones we love, and take the steps we need to take to make our dream life and business a reality. Join me each week where I'll be sharing all of my best tips and strategies, plus the occasional dose of tough but gentle love to help you feel empowered, motivated, and confident to take action so that you can become the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. So, are you ready to unapologetically create a business and life you love? Let's do this. Hey there, and welcome to episode 67 of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. If you are tired with all of the needs and the shoulds and find that you are spinning in circles in your business, not really knowing what is the best thing to be doing, or whether you are even working on the right things, this episode is for you. I am going to be sharing with you the strategy that I use all the time and that I take my clients through to help them work out what is right for them in their business so that they can ditch all of the noise, ditch all of the needs and shoulds, and do things their way. If you are ready to do your business your way, you are going to want to adopt this strategy. Not only does it help you level the playing field and set the bar of what you are wanting to take on, what you want to work on, and making sure that everything that you have got in your business right now is in alignment and feels right for you. It also works going forward that whenever new things come your way, you know whether or not they are in alignment of the vision that you have for your business, whether they feel right for you so that you can say yes or no with confidence. That strategy is the unapologetic test. It is everything that I put my business by, and actually even everything outside of my business in home and family life and decisions that I make for myself is putting things to the unapologetic test. You know, listening to this podcast, the fact that it is called the Unapologetic Mompreneur is no accident. It is all about giving you the powers, the strategies, and empowering and helping you to do things your way in a way that lifts you up, brings you joy, and feels right for you without worrying about what other people think. Whether that is home life, mum life, or biz life, when you are being true to you and you are doing things in a way that feels in alignment with you, in a way that is right, in the way that you want to do things, that is when you go from surviving to thriving in every area of your life, not just your business. When you are putting things to the unapologetic test and you are doing things that are in alignment, that is when you feel happy. That is when you feel fulfilled. And that is when you feel like you are really being you and living your life in the way that lifts you up and feels right for you and your family. It gives you the power to design things your way and do what works best for you without worrying about what other people think. I've mentioned the unapologetic test in previous episodes, but I thought it would be super fun today to actually dive in, especially with the end of the year coming up, knowing that we can check in on where we are at and how things are going in our business and at home, and decide what we want to leave behind in 2024 and take forward into 2025. Because it's your business, you get to call the shots, and if something doesn't feel right or aligned, you don't have to keep doing it. And if there is something that you've been thinking about wanting to do, but you haven't yet got around to it because you're worrying about what other people think and all of the what ifs, but it feels right, you get to take that into the new year too. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. So grab a notebook and pen. You are going to want to write this down and the steps that I'm going to share so that you can put everything in your business and the rest of your life, if you want to the unapologetic test. Trust me when I say it is super, super powerful, because when you do this and you put things to the test and you decide whether they are aligned and right for you, and you give yourself the permission to let them go if they are not, you are paving the way to bring in more of what does feel aligned, what feels right, what feels with your and fits with your vision for your business, the vision you want with your family, and the kind of things that you want to offer so that you can truly, truly show up as who you are instead of trying to put yourself in a box or do all of the things that everybody else is telling you that you should be doing, but don't actually sit right with you. It is so empowering when you do this and when you get into the rhythm of doing it. And then when anything new comes your way, you know right away whether or not to say yes or no to it. And you don't feel bad about saying no because you have the confidence to know what is right for you and what feels aligned. So, are you ready to dive in and put everything you are doing in your business to the unapologetic test? Let's dive in. So, first up, before I give you the strategy on how to make this happen and how to put things to the unapologetic test, what are we actually talking about? When I talk about unapologetic and unapologetic test and unapologetic mompreneur and being unapologetic in business, what does that actually mean? Well, you'll know from the intro to this podcast that when I say being unapologetic mompreneur doesn't mean that we don't care about other people or what other people think. It just simply means that we are not afraid of showing up and doing the things that feel right for us and our family in a way that feels right for us without worrying about what other people think. It means that we're not holding back. It means that we're not conditioning ourselves. We're not putting ourselves into a box. We're not dumbing ourselves down. We're not hiding who we truly, truly are. We are showing up and we are doing things that are fiercely aligned with our vision, with our values, with our truth, without the need to apologize for it. There is so much pressure out there online, and you can only need to spend 5 minutes on Instagram to experience this, of following the worlds of all of the trends, the strategies, doing all the things. But if they don't feel right, we are chasing after goals and we are showing up in a way that doesn't actually resonate with us. Our ideal clients are not going to be drawn to us. We are not going to find our people. We are not going to find our tribe. We are not going to make sales because we are doing things in a way that is out of alignment and not true to who we are. So by being unapologetic in business, and this is where the test comes in and the power of the test, it means that we are asking ourselves first before we say yes or no to anything, before we create an offer, before we say yes to a collaboration, before we show up on social media, we're actually asking what sits right with us and what feels right with us. And we follow the things that do and we say no to the things that don't. We're not afraid of doing that. And when we are doing that and when we are being unapologetic in business, it means that we stop second guessing ourselves. You start making decisions that feel authentically right for you, with no guilt, with no comparison, just pure alignment. And when you start doing that, the magic really happens, because when you are being unapologetic in what you are doing and doing only what feels right for you, guess what? All of that fear of being visible, that fear of showing up, of sharing who you are, shouting what you do from the rooftops, all of that fear and worry about what other people think, it goes away because you're not second guessing yourself and because you are doing things that are in alignment and because it allows you to do the things that are truly, truly you. You can show up as you and you're not worried about it. You can be you. And when you are doing that and you are doing things that are in alignment, you become super passionate about those things. Finding the content to share on socials and with your email list and creating the copy for your sales page, all of that stuff and coming up with ideas of what to share is so much easier. There's no content writer's block. There's no writer's block when it comes to writing social captions or emails to your email list, writing blog posts, whatever it is that you are doing in your business. All of that blockage goes away when you are being unapologetically you and showing up as you, doing the things that are in alignment. So that is what it means to be unapologetic in business, to be showing up and not You're not being rude or dismissive of others. You are just doing things that are alignment with your vision, your values, and your truth, and not feeling the need to apologize for it. So, how do we get started? The unapologetic test is simply just a super simple way to help you evaluate any decisions or opportunities that come your way. Anything that you're working on in your business, any products or services or anything that you have, programs that you have, courses that you sell, products that you are offering, whatever you have got going on in your business and whatever ways you are showing up, ways that you are collaborating with others, anything that comes your way, it is literally just a super simple way of helping you to evaluate whether it's in alignment and whether it is right for you and your business, your personality, and what you want from your business going forward. So, if you're diving into this for the first time, use it as an exercise to reassess and currently just evaluate everything that you have got going on right now. Doing this now is the perfect time coming to the end of the year and looking at what you want to leave behind in 2024 and take forward into 2025 is to make this part of your review process of the year, is to spend some time doing the unapologetic test. Take a look at everything you've got going on in your business right now. If it helps, I like grabbing a piece of paper and a pen and I will list out all of the products that I have in my business, all of the offerings that I have in my business, all of the services that I have in my business. I list them out in one column. And then in another column, I'll list out all of the collaborations that I'm doing. What bundles and offerings am I showing up for? Am I speaking in summits? How am I showing up on social media? Am I doing any freebie swaps? What am I doing in terms of collaborations and opportunities in my business? I list all of those out. And then I list how I'm showing up. How am I showing up on social media? Do I go live? Am I doing reels or static posts? Have I got a 9 grid Instagram feed? Which right now, that's what I have, and I love it because I have a love-hate relationship with social media. And I find it so much easier to have that 9 grid because that fits right for me. So make a long list. Jot it all down for the moment. Don't look for any of the answers just yet. Just make a list of all of your products, your services, your offerings, all of the collaborations and the way that you are showing up. What are you working on in your business right now? What projects do you have? What goals are you working on in your business? Just jot everything down, list them all out. And if you want to spend a couple of days just having the running list to the side that anytime you think of something, add it to that list. And then step one is once you've got that list, is ask yourself whether the things that you have on there is in alignment with your core values. What are your values for your business and what is the vision you have for your business? What do you want your business to look like in a year's time and in 3 years' time? Why did you even start your business? What is your why? Have that at the forefront of your mind and then go through every single one of those things that you have got listed down, starting with your products and services. Do they feel in alignment with what you want from your business? Is it something that you actually love to offer, or is it something that finds and brings you down and wears you out and you just find exhausting that you don't want to work on? Does it support your vision for your business? And does it fit with your values? If it doesn't, it's okay to let that go. I've created and had so many different offers in my business over the years, and a lot of them I don't offer anymore. I've got different ones that are truly in alignment with how I want to run my business and the way I want to work with my clients. It's your business, you get to call the shots. So take a look at all of those offers, all of those products, all of those services. Do you want to take them all forward into the new year? Because if you don't, that's okay. You can let them go. It's your business. You get to call the shots. And equally going forward, is there anything there that you would love to start that you haven't done yet? Jot that down too, because that is something in a moment that you can come back to and work on. So go through all of that list and ask yourself, does this align with my core values? Does it sit right with me? And if it doesn't, chances are it isn't the right fit for you. This unapologetic test, it helps you filter out all of those needs and shoulds and all of this is what I should be doing. This is what somebody has told me to do. This is what a coach or mentor has told me to do. This is what somebody who I follow on Instagram has said that is the next best strategy, that is the answer. If they don't feel right and sit right with you, they're not the right fit for you. And the unapologetic test will help you filter that out. It will help you look at the things that might seem tempting initially, or that pressure of those shoulds, but doesn't necessarily going to bring you that long-term fulfillment or sit right with what you want for your business. Going through this list too, have a look at the collaborations that you are doing. Are they in alignment with you and the way you are showing up in your business? Is it everything you're doing in alignment, or is it the things that other people have told you to do? Because this is the thing, there is so much noise and distraction out there of all of the noise of the must do this, should do that, but it may not be right for you. I got caught up in the early days of so much of that, and then I felt every pulled which way, and then I had absolutely no idea of what I was doing. I felt totally lost. I'd lost being in touch with what I wanted and being able to tune into my own inner intuition and know what was right for me. So now I just have what I call my magic seven. There are only seven different voices out there that I listen to of people that I respect and follow, of people that have been where I want to go or have walked the same path as me. And I focus on them. And then if anything else comes my way, I look at who of those I'm going to drop to bring somebody new in. But even though I listen to those, everything they say, do, and share, I still question and ask myself before I take it on and add it to my business of does it feel right? I put it to the unapologetic test. So go through everything on that list and ask yourself whether it feels right. And when checking on that as well, ask yourself whether also not just about whether it fits with your values and what you want from your business and it feels right, but does it fit with your personality? Because if you're trying to force and do things that aren't right for you or in a box or a mold that doesn't feel right and showing up in a way that doesn't feel right, it's not going to work for you and people will see that. One of the things with me I just refuse to do is stand there doing those reels on Instagram where I'm dancing around to music, pointing here, there, and everywhere on the screen. That does not work for me. One, I just feel like a complete idiot. And two, it just feels forced. It's not who I am. And by doing that, people are going to tell, and that it's just going to feel icky and yucky. And my true energy and my passion isn't going to come through because I'm uncomfortable. I'm not doing something that fits right for me. But talking on this podcast, that feels right for me. I love chatting with you like this, and I can share everything and chat. And I'm not a huge fan of being on video, but chatting on a podcast, yes, I can do that. It fits with my vision and it fits with my business. It fits with my personality. So go through that list and have a look at everything. And while asking whether it fits with your values and what you have for your vision for your business, does it fit your personality? Because when you start honing in on and tuning in, showing up in a way that fits your personality, that is when you start to shine. That is when your passion comes through. That is when you're going to feel energized. That is when you're going to have the confidence to do what you need to do in your business. And people are going to see that. And the right people, your tribe, will find you through those channels and the way you're showing up. And they will be drawn to you. And they will be ideal clients. They will be ideal members of your community, of your Facebook group, of your email list, because they're drawn to you for your passion and the way you're showing up, because it feels in alignment for them, and you're going to click and they are going to become your ideal clients. So that's the first step, looking at everything you have got currently in your business right now and asking whether it sits with your core values, your vision, and your personality. Next up is to ask yourself, will you stand by this even if nobody else supports it? Now, this one can be a little bit scary because it means sticking your head out above the parapet. It means making yourself vulnerable and visible. It means making yourself open to rejection, criticism, or judgment. And that can be downright scary. It is all about the confidence. If you are wanting to go against the grain and you've got a way of working that is different to what everybody else has told you that you should be doing, but you know it's right for you, if you are willing to stick with your decision, even if it goes against popular opinion or that it doesn't get instant validation, go for it. If you know that you've got the confidence to do that, you know then that it is something that is right for you. Yes, it can be scary defending your corner or standing there being someone different, but that's how you're going to stand out. If you're the same and you're being a sheeple just like everybody else, doing what everybody else is doing, even if it doesn't feel right for you, you're not going to stand out and shine. If it's something that feels right, but it's a little bit different to what everybody else is doing, but you feel like you can stand by it and it fits with how you want to do things, then go for it. If you feel like you have to explain why you are doing something to others, or you feel compelled to apologize or justify it, it's probably not the right decision for you. But if you can stand proud with it and it feels right for you, but okay, sharing that with somebody gives you the butterflies, then just go for it anyway. Because those butterflies, that means that you are onto something and you are on the right path. I have done so many things in the last 18 months in my business that has been totally different and where I've wanted to just go out and do my thing to rebrand and embrace that unapologeticness and offer services in my business the way that I want to offer them and do them in a way that feels right for me. But that is where everything has changed in my business. You'll know by listening to this podcast of how I used to be so worried about what other people thought, of battling imposter syndrome and all of those things, and fear of visibility and showing up. Well, once I started embracing the things that felt right for me and rebranding last year and really diving into and truly, truly embracing that unapologeticness, that's when everything changed in my business. I have made so much more progress in the last 18 months than I did in the previous 5.5, 6 years of my business because I learned to do my business my way, to get in touch with my vision, to get in touch with what feels right for me, to have the products and the services and show up in a way that matched me and my personality and the vision that I wanted. By doing that, yes, it was scary at first and it gave me the butterflies, but it has made such a difference. I love working on my business every single day. And when you're showing up doing things that feel in alignment, your business stops feeling like a chore. You cannot wait to work on it and you will draw in your dream clients because your energy becomes infectious. You have confidence, you are full of ideas, you are full of content to share, and you do it proudly being you because you support it. You can stand by it knowing that it is right for you. It is so powerful. So go through that list and the things that you want to hold on to, the things you want to continue doing. Ask yourself, will you stand by it even if no one else supports it? And if it's a yes, you're onto something and go for it. And then ask yourself, does it allow you to show up as your truest self? I've mentioned this already, but when we're trying to do all of the things that everybody else is telling us to do, but it doesn't feel right, it feels forced, that is going to stop us showing up as our truest selves. It's going to make it hard for our ideal clients to connect with us and figure out whether we are the person for them. If we're not allowing to bring our full authentic self to the table, how can people connect with us? How can we find our dream clients and do the things that feel right? How can we have pride in the stuff that we are offering in our business if we are not showing up as our truer selves? If the things you are working on are requiring you to tone down your unique qualities, your opinions, or your style just to fit in, don't do it. You do not need to compromise who you are just to fit in. You are your business's greatest asset and you are your business's superpower. And I totally stand by those two things. Whatever you're doing in your business, guarantee there are 101 other people doing the same. Look at the number of plumbers that are out there, the number of electricians, and in my world, the number of coaches. We are all doing super, super similar things, but it is you showing up as your truest, authentic self that is going to make you stand out. There is nothing new out there. Everything has been done and said before. It is all about how we are showing up and what we are bringing and our experiences and our personality to the table that is going to attract our dream clients and customers. Because when you are trying to be somebody else and you're trying to show up in a way that everybody else is showing up, or you've seen something that looks great on Instagram and you're trying to mimic that, you are not going to be attracting the right audience for your business. You won't create a brand that feels like you, and ultimately, it's not going to lead to fulfillment or success in the long run. So, with everything that you are doing right now in your business, ask yourself if it is allowing you to show up as your truest self. That really will help you if there are things in there that you aren't sure whether they're in alignment or not, or whether you should or shouldn't continue doing them and take them forward into the coming year. Asking yourself whether you are showing up as your truest self and if those products and services and offerings, collaborations and everything else are stopping you from feeling like you, or you are having to tone yourself down, your opinions or your style, it might be time to let them go. It really will help you answer that. And then finally, once you have done all of that and you have looked at everything that you've got going on right now in your business, use the unapologetic test going forward to help you figure out what to say yes to in the future. As you head into 2025, get clear on your vision of what you want from your business over the coming 12 months. Get clear on the kind of opportunities, collaborations, products, services, and ways you're going to show up. Know what feels right for you, and then anytime anything comes new your way, before you say yes to anything, whether it is at work or, like I said, I also do this in my home life and family life, personal life too. Whenever anything comes your way, ask yourself and put it to the unapologetic test. Does it feel right? Does it sit right with me? Does it bring me joy? Is it going to wear me out? Do I have the time? Do I have the capacity, the energy, the desire to work on this? Does it fit with my personality? Is it going to allow me to be me? Or am I dumbing myself down just to fit in? Am I doing this just because everybody else has said this is what I should be doing? Just because a coach, a mentor, or someone you follow on Instagram has told you that you should be doing something, if it doesn't feel right, or it is stopping you from showing up as your truest self, or if you standing up by yourself and stand up to it even if nobody else supports it, if it's stopping you from doing all of that, it is not something you want to be saying yes to. Going forward, pause for a moment whenever anything comes your way and just spend a few minutes sitting with it, questioning it. How do I feel about this? Does it excite me? Is it interested? Am I curious by it? Is it something I want to bring into my business? Or does it feel icky or forced or like I'm putting myself in a box? Or do I not have time for it right now? Or maybe the whole thing is not, for instance, if you were taking a course or a coach suggests one particular thing or a strategy for you, and there's bits of it that you don't really like, you don't have to do all of it. You can take a look at something and say, is there parts of this that work for me that I want to try? Then I'm going to try it. But this bit, I don't really like that. So I'm not going to adopt that. Or take a look at it and go, that's great, but it may not work for me with how I am, where I'm at right now, the time and capacity that I've got. But is there a way that I can use it and turn it and take it to make it work for me as well? Using the unapologetic test going forward, once you set the lines of what is right for you and then use it going forward, will really help you keep going and will help you get and create and set and work on the goals, strategies, projects, and offer the products and services that you want to offer that are going to help you get to where you want to be in your business. It's such a simple exercise, but it is incredibly, incredibly empowering, and it really does help you take back the power and help you stay in touch of what you want from your business, so that then in 6 years' time, you're not heading down one path and realize that somewhere along the way you got lost and you now have no idea what you are working on. Use this test and you will cut through all of the confusion, all of the distractions, and you are left with a clear, authentic path forward. It is so empowering and it really will help you. And know that you can make decisions that are in total alignment with your true self and the goals that you have for your business. It totally takes the guesswork out of the decision making in your business. Instead of wondering about what everyone else will do or am I making the right choice, you are focused instead on, does this resonate with me? And it is so empowering. When you make decisions that are unapologetically aligned with your vision, you will see the impact in your business. You'll attract the right clients, the right opportunities, and the right partnerships that support your journey rather than distracting you from it. So if you feel like you are spinning in circles, you've lost touch with your intuition, you've lost touch with your voice, you're not sure what you want from your business anymore, use this time, this end of year, as part of your reflection to put everything to the unapologetic test and ask yourself what you want to leave behind in 2024, take forward into 2025, and then ask yourself going forward as the coming weeks and heads and months, any new opportunities that come your way, put them to the unapologetic test too. Ask yourself how you feel about them and whether or not it fits with you, your personality, your style, your vision for your business, your goals for your business. And don't be afraid of saying no. Trust your gut. Your intuition is a powerful tool when it comes to decision making. If something feels off, don't ignore it. The unapologetic test is all about trusting that feeling and not forcing yourself into things that don't align with you. And remember, the more you say no to the things that don't feel aligned, the more you are paving the way, telling the universe what does feel aligned, and opening that space to allow the things that truly do feel aligned to bring them into your world. Own your decisions. You have got this, mama. You know instantly what is right for you. Use the unapologetic test to help you stand firm in your choices. You don't have to justify or explain any of those decisions to anybody else. As long as you are aligned with your values and what feels right, that is all that matters. And that is what is going to help you go from surviving to thriving in your mompreneur journey. That's it for today. Have fun with this exercise. It really is meant to be fun, but it is going to be your compass guiding you forward, helping you figure out what you want to leave behind, what you want to take forward into the coming year, and to make sure that everything you are doing in your business is in true alignment so that you can go from surviving to thriving in your mompreneur journey. I hope that it's helped. If you'd like some extra help diving into this, book a power hour with me. You'll find the link in the show notes. And in 60 minutes, we can do this exact exercise together. We can sit down and go through all of the areas of your business. We can figure out, and I will help you figure out and put everything to the unapologetic test of what feels in alignment and come up with a plan going forward so that you know what to say yes or no to as opportunities come your way in the new year. You've got this, mama. Let me know how it goes. Send me a DM over on Instagram at the Unapologetic Mompreneur. And I look forward to chatting with you in the next episode. Bye for now. Thank you so much for joining me for another installment of the Unapologetic Mompreneur podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode. And if you have a moment, I would love for you to leave me a rating and a review so that other mompreneurs can find this podcast too. Here's to unapologetically becoming the mum, wife, biz owner, and woman you know you are meant and deserve to be. I can't wait to chat with you in the next episode. Bye for now.